Okay, good morning everyone. So we were discussing cash flow statement, correct? Yes, sir. So we saw this how to present the cash flow. It will be from operating, investing, and cash flow from financing activity. Correct? These are the three activities which will be classified all the transactions into. Yes, and in that there are two types of method. One is direct method, and another one is indirect method. Under direct method, what is the difference? Under direct method, we straight away take the cash sales, cash purchases, cash expenses, and we find out the operating cash flow from operating activities. Under indirect method, we start from net profit. We start from net profit, add all non-cash expenses, reduce all non-cash income. Clear? And we will adjust the working capital. What is working capital? Anybody knows what is working capital? Current assets minus current liabilities. So increase in current assets will be reduced, decrease in current assets will be added. Exactly opposite, increase in liability will be added, decrease will be reduced. Logic simple. I told you that day, when our debtors increases, who is happy, me or him? Him, correct? Because why? He is not paying me the money, but here I want the money. So I am crying to get the money, but he is not ready to pay the money. Clear? So whenever there is increase in the assets, it will be minus. Whenever there is decrease, this will be plus. One more example is stock. Earlier I had stock of 1000, now it has gone to 2000. Correct? Increase in the stock. That means I have paid more money. My money is stuck. Yes, correct or no? So that will be also increase in my money getting stuck in the stock. Correct? Again, who will be happy? Will I be happy? No. I want to sell every stock I bring. I don't want to hold on to it. Correct? If I am holding on to more and more stock, that means I am not happy. I am not doing the right kind of business. Correct? So whenever there is increase in the assets, it will be reduced. Decrease will be added. Liabilities. Same appa. Whenever I need to pay and I am not paying, I'll be the happy because I'll be using the same money in my business. Correct or no? So when I am happy, I always told you need to add. Simple. Yes. Okay. Yes, sir. So under direct method, we'll directly take cash sales, cash collected from debtors, cash received, cash receipts on royalties, fees, commission, cash payment to suppliers, cash payment for various operating expenses, cash payment for wages and salaries, cash payment for income tax. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆನಾ? Suppose if they give you like this in the question, total sales is 1000, total sales is 1000, out of which they say this is cash sales, this is cash sales, 1000 is cash sales, correct? So you can directly take 1000 as cash sales, correct? But at the same time, if I give information like this, total sales done in the current year is 1000, total sales done in the current year is 1000, which is in the form of cash only. Now what you have to do, apart from this 1000, you have to add and reduce something else. What is that? Because what is the question? Total cash sales done in the current year means they are following accrual basis. Understanding? So my any increase or decrease in the debtors also has to be adjusted. Correct or no? Everybody, when they say total sales in cash is 1000, it means no adjustment is required. But when they say something like this, total sales in cash is 1000, but that 1000 is relating from April to March. What if I have sold actually in the previous year only, but cash has been collected in the current year? Correct? That will not be counted in cash sales as per P&L. Correct or no? So we have to add or reduce that debtors. Yes, everybody is understanding? ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತದಿಲ್ಲ? We'll see the case. That time we'll understand more clarity how the question comes when we have to use that formula. Clear? Okay. Sir, here, collection from customer. See, ultimately, when you are preparing cash flow statement, it is not about actual sales, credit sales, cash sales, nothing, sir. All this rule is simple, sir. How much is cash actually collected from the customers? That much is the cash sales. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತದೆನಾ? How much is the cash collected from the customers is actually a cash sale. Understanding, everybody? So what is the formula? Cash collected from debtors is equal to credit sales plus decrease in accounts receivable minus increase in accounts receivable. Sir, credit sales yake sir? Sir, simple rule. In last case I told you, straight away they have given 1000 as cash sales. No issues. You can straight away take 1000 as cash sales. Now, what if they are given like this? 2000 is the total sales. 2000 is the total sales. In this, how much is cash, how much is credit? I am not giving. How much is cash, how much is credit? I am not telling. So let's assume entire 2000 is credit sales. Entire 2000 is credit sales. Correct? Correct. When you are making the sales, it is credit sales. Correct? But everything will be collected after 1 week or 10 days or 1 month maximum. Correct? So, how to arrive at that figure? How to arrive at that figure? This is the formula which we'll use. As simple as that, sir. We'll take the total credit sales, 2000. Correct? But entire this 2000 is cash sales, we don't know. Then how to find out, sir? Simple, sir. Add whatever decrease in the accounts receivable. Correct, no? Whenever you do credit scale and the accounts receivable is getting reduced, you will have to add it. Correct? Happy? Add. Whenever there is increase in the debtors, are you happy or he is happy? The other guy is happy. Correct? So that time it will be minus. Understanding, everyone? Yes, any doubts? Yes? Please go through that paragraph. Don't worry, if you don't understand, just hold on to the formula as of now. When we solve the sum, you will actually get to know how we use that formula, in what circumstances we use those formulas. Clear? This is just for you to get the basic information as of now. When we start solving, you will actually see how we apply these formulas. Clear? Next, sir. Payment to supplier. Sir, I hope you know, everybody is aware of what is cost of goods sold. Huh? Everybody knows, right? What is cost of goods sold? How do you arrive at cost of goods sold, sir? Formula. Correct, no? That is fine, sir. One more formula is this. Opening stock plus purchases minus closing stock. Correct or no? Yes, sir. Suppose they have information given about this COGS. Correct? They have given information about this. And they have given information about this. Will you be able to find out this? Yes or no? Understanding? So that is the next formula. So if they have information on COGS, they are given information on opening stock, given information on closing stock, you can definitely find out the purchases. Correct or no? Everybody? Yes. So that is your next formula, sir. Purchases is equal to cost of goods sold plus closing stock minus opening stock. Understanding everybody? Yes? Okay. Now, sir, how much is cash purchase? How much is credit purchase in this? We got total purchases. Correct or no? How much is cash? How much is credit? Again, same formula. So, what is the formula? Purchases plus increase in payable minus decrease in payable. Correct or no? Increase in payable minus decrease in payable. Payable, sorry, not payable, stock. Increase in stock minus decrease in stock. Sorry. No, 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 no. One second, wait, wait, wait. This is correct only. I was only confused. Hold on. I just saw your book and missed it. Increase in payable, decrease in payable. This is only correct. This will give us cash paid to suppliers. Cash paid to suppliers. Clear? This will actually give us purchases. This will actually give to purchases. Clear? ನಿಮ್ಮ ಬುಕ್ಕಲ್ಲಿ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಇನ್ನೂ ಒಂದು ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ವಾಟ್ ದೇ ಆರ್ ಟೆಲಿಂಗ್ ಇಸ್ ಪರ್ಚೇಸಸ್ ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಸ್ಟಾಕ್ minus decrease in the stock. This is additional formula which they have given. Sir, increase in the stock, decrease in the stock is ultimately nothing but you are comparing opening stock with closing stock. Illi increase agidana decrease agide sir? Decrease, decrease or increase? From 200 it has gone to 300. Increase, no? So whenever is increased, add it. What they are trying to tell you. Clear? Not purchases, here also you have to use COGS. What? COGS. Sir, formula remains the same, sir. What is the actual formula of COGS, sir? Opening stock plus purchases minus closing stock. Correct, sir? So, what they are trying to tell you is, sir, if they are given information about COGS, if they are given information about opening stock, if they are given information about closing stock, you can straight away use it in this formula and arrive at purchases. Correct or no, sir? Say, for example, this is 1000, this is 200, this is 300. So, how to arrive at it, sir? Simple, sir. 1000 is equal to 200 plus x minus 300. Correct, sir? X is equal to, sir? Correct? Everybody? Sir, 200 minus 300 is equal to minus 100. When that minus 100, oh sorry, 1100. That minus 100 goes this side, it will be plus 100. Plus 100 plus 1000 will be 1100. Correct? That means total we have purchased 1100. Correct or no? Everybody? Anything wrong? Sir, this one, sir. This one out. Sir, simple, sir. 1000 you keep it as it is here. This will be 200 minus 300 will be minus 100. Correct? X minus 100. Can we say like that? So, x is equal to 1000 plus 100. Clear? Everyone? Yes. So, this is my total purchases. Suppose if they are not given information of opening stock and closing stock like this, rather they have information given like this: increase in the stock is 100. Increase in the stock is 100. Sir, increase in the stock means if you look this formula correctly, it is nothing but if you write it like this: COGS purchases illi bracket alli Opening stock minus closing stock. Can we write it like this? Can we write this formula like this? Opening stock bandide, closing stock minus ide, adu bandide, correcta? Only thing is we are putting here from there, correct or no? Huh? So now if you look at the thing in the bracket, opening stock minus closing stock, it is nothing but increase or decrease in the closing stock. Adne check madide tane. Yes or no? If there is increase, automatically it will come in minus, correct? Why? If increase means what? This will be higher, this will be lower, then only it will be increase. Yes, so that time automatically it will come in minus. Ulta plus. Clear? Understanding, no? Same formula they are telling you here. Cost of goods sold plus increase in stock minus decrease in stock. Clear? Everyone understanding? Any doubts? No doubts? Yes. Next, this we have already discussed. Purchases plus opening balance of creditors minus closing balance of creditors, or one more way of looking at it is decrease or increase in the creditors. Sir, idನ್ನ ನೀವು bracket ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹಾಕಿದ್ರೆ that itself will give you increase or decrease, correct or no? Opening balance, closing balance compare ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೀರಾ ಅಂದ್ರೆ it is nothing but whether your creditors are gone up or come down, correct? So instead of using opening balance minus closing balance, they straight away you can use decrease or increase in the accounts payable or accounts receivable. Clear? Everyone is understanding? Sir, payment to employees. Sir, simple sir. Suppose I have paid 10,000 as salary in the current year. Correct? This is definitely my salary expenses. Correct or no? And I have paid entirely in cash. So 10,000 will be my cash salary. Correct? Now let us take, sir, last year I have not paid 1,000 rupees, which was showing in outstanding salary, which has been paid in the current year. Which has been paid in the current year. Now my question is, whether in my current year expenses of 10,000, this 1,000 will be included? No. Yes, sir. How, sir? Last year only I would have passed the entry. No, salary account debit to outstanding salary. How dilappa? Sir, last year while preparing P&L only, I would have accounted the salary of 1,000 rupees. Correct. But I am not paid it, so I have recorded it as a liability. Now this year I am clearing that liability. Will that come in P&L? Answer is no. Will that be treated as current year expense? Answer is no. Why? Because it has already been last year expenses. Correct. What is the current year salary expenses? 10,000. What is the current year salary expenses? 10,000. Clear, everyone? But are we looking at current year expenses, last year expenses, or we are actually looking at cash flow? We are actually looking at cash flow. Correct? So 10,000 definitely yes, you have paid it. That is definitely expenses. Now, apart from this 1,000 will also become my expenses. Expense in the sense for cash flow. This 1,000 is also a cash flow for me, cash outflow. Correct or no? So 10,000 is current year cash outflow relating to current year expenses, but the opening balance of the payable, that is liability, that is also paid in the current year. There also my cash outflow is going or no? Yes. So that also has to be added. Yes or no, sir? Everybody is understanding. So total what is my expenses? Which is actually incurred in cash, 11,000. When you would have prepared the last year cash flow statement, you would have not taken this 1,000. How the ilva? Why? Because it is not paid in cash. Correct? Now similarly, we'll assume like this. Let us say my salary is actually 12,000. My salary is actually 12,000. Opening liability is 1,000. In this 12,000, I have paid 10,000 and I have not paid 2,000 yet. Now tell me what is my actual cash outflow for the current year for salary? Simple. This 10,000, correct appa? Yes. Plus this opening liability which I would have cleared this year. Yes or no, sir? In other words, can I write it also like this? What is your total salary? 12,000. Yes. Add opening liability 1,000. Reduce closing liability Can I do it like this also? Yes or no? Clear? Everybody is understanding? So that is the formula, sir, here. Wages and salary expenses plus opening balance of outstanding wages and minus closing balance of outstanding wages, which we saw right now. 12,000 is the total salary expenses, add opening balance, reduce closing balance. Clear? Everybody is understanding? Yes. One more formula, sir. Wages and salary expenses plus decrease in wages and salary payable or increase in wages and, sir, simple, sir. Same again. If you put bracket here, you are getting increase or decrease, correct or no? You are getting increase or decrease, yes or no? Decrease idre minus, increase idre plus. ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತದೇನಾ ಸರ್? ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಇದ್ರೆ ಮೈನಸ್, ಡಿಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಇದ್ರೆ ಪ್ಲಸ್. ಹೆಂಗೆ ಸರ್? ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಸರ್. ಇಲ್ಲಿ 1000 ಮೈನಸ್ 2000 ಎಷ್ಟು ಸರ್? ಮೈನಸ್ 1000, ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾ ಸರ್? ಸೊ 12,000 ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮೈನಸ್ 1000, correct? But look at the formula very carefully. Hold on to that. Actually speak. 11,000. Sorry. 11,000. Now listen to me very carefully. Simple, no? This bracket, if you take out, it will become 11,000. Otherwise also here also it is 11,000 only. ಹೌದಿಲ್ಲಪ್ಪ? ಸೊ ನಥಿಂಗ್ ಬಟ್ ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಡಿಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕನ್ಫ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗಬೇಡಿ ನೀವು. Increase or decrease we are getting only because we are having opening and closing. When we compare my opening payable and closing payable, if it has gone up, it is increase, sir. If it has come down, it is decrease, sir. Sir, if it has gone up, is it beneficial to me? Answer is yes. Correct or no? Answer is yes. If it has gone up, it is beneficial for me. Why? Because cash is still with me, I am happy. ಹೌದಿಲ್ಲಪ್ಪ everybody? If it has not gone, if it has already gone out of my hands, then the employee will be happy, correct or no? Because he has received the salary. Same logic, sir. If it is increasing, we'll be happy. So you always analyze cash flow statement from the perspective of with whom the cash is still lying with. The cash, if the cash is lying with me, I'll be the one who will be the happy, because I can use the same cash in my business. I can purchase more goods to sell. Correct or no? Everybody is understanding? Any doubts? Sir, rent received, sir. Here again, rent revenue. Sir, first, what is the total rent? 10,000. Let us say total rent is how much? 10,000. Correct? Sir, I have to receive, I had a receivable in opening balance. That means what? Nange last year rent innu bandirlilla, sir. How much, sir? Say 300. Which will be received in the current year? Yes or no? Yes. Sir, again current year I still have a receivable of 500. I still have a receivable of 500. Now tell me, is this entire 10,000 received in cash? Answer is no. Simple logic, sir. ಈ 10,000 ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ನೂ 500 ಬರಬೇಕಂತ ನೀವೇ ಹೇಳ್ತಿದ್ದೀರಾ, ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾ ಸರ್? ಎಸ್ ಆರ್ ನೋ ಸರ್? ಸೊ ಈ 10,000 ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಈ 500 ನಂಗೆ ಬಂದಿಲ್ಲ, ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾ? ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಇಯರ್ದು ಬಂದಿದೆನಾ? ಓಪನಿಂಗ್ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಬಂದಿದೆನಾ? ಬಂದಿದೆ. I have an opening balance of 300 which will be received in the current year. Current year balance of 500 is not received. So what is the total rent? 10,000. But what is the opening balance of rent which you have received in the current year? 300. So add 300. Correct, sir? Out of 10,000, how much is not received? 500. So reduce 500. Again, logic is same, sir. Increase idre plus or minus? Rent receivable, if it is increased, plus or minus? Think ಮಾಡಿ. If rent received, if it is increased, plus or minus? Plus or minus, sir? Rent receivable means I am not getting the cash. Receivable. Sorry, sir. Receivable, sir. rent receivable. If increase or decrease I am asking means receivable only. Correct? Receivable means I have not yet received. Cash is not with me. Cash is still lying with the tenant. Correct? Everybody is understanding? Yes. So rent received plus opening balance of rent receivable minus closing balance of rent receivable. Same thing, sir. Decrease in rent receivable means plus. Sir, why decrease means plus? Because apart from last year, I have collected some portion of current year also. Andre, say for example, sir, last year what was the balance? 300. Suppose let's say the current year balance is 100. Current year balance is 100. Now tell me, sir, out of this 10,000, 300 is also coming? Yes, sir. But 100 is not coming. But understand one thing. Look at the track record. Last time 300 was receivable. This time only 100 is receivable. Correct or no? That means more and more cash is coming inside to me. Should I be happy about it? Answer is yes. So whenever there is decrease of rent receivable, it is nothing but I am happy. I have collected more cash. Simple logic. 10,000 plus 300 minus 100. Correct, sir? Correct or no, sir? Put it in the bracket. If it is increase, it will be plus. If it is decrease, it will be minus. Why increase is plus? Because I am able to collect more cash from my receivable. I am leaving less receivable. Because I started with opening balance of 300, but now I have come down to 100. So I am in a better position of collecting the cash. Answer is yes. Understanding everybody? Yes, ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಿದಿಲ್ಲಪ್ಪ. Sir, don't buy the formulas, remember the logic. That is what I will ask you. Because if you keep buying, there will be endless to buy hat. But remember the logic. The logic is simple, sir. Whether I am getting more cash or my cash is getting stuck. If I am getting more cash, I should be happy. If I am getting less cash, I should be sad. That is the whole idea. Okay. In rent receivable, when I started my financial year, I had receivable of 300. But by closing the financial year, it has come down to 100. That means, am I improving my cash receipts? So I should be happy about it. By how much? By 200 rupees. Correct or no? Going by the trend, again 300 should be left, but only 100 is left. I am happy. Correct? So I will compare both. 200, I will add it. Clear? Everyone? Yes? Sir, interest paid. Interest expenses plus opening balance minus closing balance. Same, sir. Everything same logic. Opening, closing ಗೆ ಕಂಪೇರ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ನಾವು, ಬೇರೆ ಏನಿಲ್ಲ. See, if I have 1000 rupees as interest, current year expenses, and opening balance of interest was say 300, closing balance say is 200. Now, this is a liability, sir. Remember, this is a liability. Yes, everybody remember? Okay. Now, what is the total expenses? Let's start with 1000. 1000 is my expenses and interest. Correct, sir. ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು ಇನ್ನೂ ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಇಯರ್ದು ಎಷ್ಟು ಕಟ್ಟಿಲ್ಲ? 200 ಕಟ್ಟಿಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ 1000 ಅಲ್ಲಿ 200 ಹೋಯ್ತು. ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾ? ಯಾಕೆ? ನಾನು ಕಟ್ಟಿಲ್ಲ ಅದನ್ನ. ನನ್ನ ಕ್ಯಾಶ್ ಫ್ಲೋ ಅಲ್ಲ ಅದು. ಕ್ಯಾಶ್ ಔಟ್ಫ್ಲೋ ಇಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ದೇರ್. ಬಟ್ ಓಪನಿಂಗ್ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ 300 ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ, ಅದನ್ನು ಕಟ್ಟಿರ್ತೀರಾ? But that would have not come in 1000. Why? Because 1000 you are saying current year interest expenses. Correct or no? But is there a cash outflow of this opening 300 also? Correct or no, sir? Plus clear? What is the answer? This is the actual total interest expenses. Now again put here the bracket. That will be increase or decrease. Increase or decrease. Now sir, in this case you observe very carefully. If there is increase, it will be minus. But in previous case, one second, where is that? Sir, here if you look at it, here also increase. Here if look at it, here increase we have added. Here we have increased, we have added. Why here we have added, there we are reducing, sir? In rest of the cases we are all reducing. Simple, sir. Wherever there is cash outflow involved, we will usually reduce it. Clear? ಸೊ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದು, ನೀವು ಈ ಥರ ನೀವು ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾಸ್ ಬ್ಯಾಟ್ ಹಾಕೊಂಡು ಹೋದರೆ ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಮೈನಸ್ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಯು ವಿಲ್ ಗೆಟ್ ಕನ್ಫ್ಯೂಸ್ಡ್. Simple, keep it to the logic. Keep it to the logic. So here in this case, what is the logic, sir? Interest paid, I have already explained. What is the interest expense of current year? The current year interest expense is 1000, out of which how much is not yet paid? 300. Correct? So that much you will reduce. 300 or 200? 200 appa. That much you reduce. What is the opening balance which you have paid in the current year? 300. Add it back. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಿದ್ದಾನೆ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ? ಎವ್ರಿಬಡಿ ಇಸ್ ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡಿಂಗ್? ಎನಿ ಡೌಟ್ಸ್? ಸರ್, ಇನ್ಶೂರೆನ್ಸ್ ಸೇಮ್ ಥಿಂಗ್, ಸರ್. Okay, now yes, sir. So don't worry, we have just discussed the formulas. More and more clarity you will get when we actually solve the practical sums. Just hold on, this is just like an introduction. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತದೆ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಟಚ್ ಇರಬೇಕು ಅದಕ್ಕೆ. ಸೊ ನಾವು ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟಚ್ಡ್ ಅಪ್ ಆನ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್. ವೆನ್ ಯು ಆ್ಯಕ್ಚುಲಿ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಸಾಲ್ವಿಂಗ್ ದ ಸಮ್ಸ್, ವಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಗೆಟ್ ಟು ನೋ ಮೋರ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟಿಕಲಿ ವಿಲ್ ಗೆಟ್ ಅ numerical value. That time you will be able to understand it better. Yes, sir. So this is indirect method, sir. One is direct method, sir. Under direct methods we have seen the adjustment. Under indirect method, sir, I have told you it will start from net profit. So you will reduce, add, do all the adjustments based upon non-cash. Depreciation is a cash expense or non-cash expenses? Depreciation is a cash expenses or non-cash expenses? Simple, sir. When I ask this question, you have to tell me, sir, whether you have to test whether there is a cash outflow or not. In case of depreciation, is there any cash outflow? Are you paying somebody? Will you ever pay somebody? No. Depreciation is always a non-cash expenses. Correct or no? Depreciation is not a cash item at all. Simply we are passing it without any payments. Okay, everybody is understanding? So add amount written off in respect of depreciation, goodwill, preliminary expenses, underwriting commission, etc. Clear? So that means what, sir? Sir, not only depreciation, your amortization, is it really a cash expenses? Answer is no. Correct? Preliminary expenses, we have discussed what is preliminary expense. Correct? Whatever expenditure has happened before incorporating a company. So preliminary expenses will be usually written off over 5 years. Correct? Everybody? Yes, it will be written off over 5 years. But my question is, when you are preparing cash flow statement, P&L is debited with preliminary expenses every year for 5 years. Correct, appa? For 5 years, preliminary expenses is being transferred to profit as an expenses, profit and loss account. Correct or no, sir? Correct. Now, when I start with net profit in my cash flow statement, whether that preliminary expenses is actually cash expenses of this year, answer is no. Why? Because I would have spent that 3 years back. ಏನು ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತದಿಲ್ಲಪ್ಪ ನೋಡ್ರಿ ಅಪ್ಪ, I have spent 100 rupees as preliminary expenses. So 5 years I will rate it. Every year I rate it 20, 20, 20, 20. Clear? So first year I have written 20, second year 20, third year 20. Now let us say I am preparing the cash flow statement for 4th year. Yes, sir? Everybody is with me? Yes, sir. While preparing the cash flow statement, I start with my net profit, sir, 100. Correct, sir? How would I arrive at this net profit, sir? Simple, sir. While preparing, I would have taken sales and everything. I would have arrived at this net profit. Correct? Yes, everybody is following? Now, while arriving at this net profit, I would have debited this 20 also as an expenses. Illi minus 20 ಅಂತ ಬಂದೇ ಬಂದಿರುತ್ತೆ. Yes, everybody. But my question is this a cash item? Answer is no. Why? Because cash has already gone in the first year. Correct? Cash has already gone in the first year. ಹೌದಿಲ್ಲಪ್ಪ, ನೀವು ಇನ್ಕಾರ್ಪೊರೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ದುಡ್ಡು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರ್ತೀರ, ಹೌದಾ? ಸೊ ವೆನ್ ಡಿಡ್ ದ ಕ್ಯಾಶ್ ಆ್ಯಕ್ಚುಲಿ ಔಟ್ಫ್ಲೋ? ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಇಯರ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ. So when we would have prepared the cash flow statement of first year, we would have taken the entire preliminary expenses under cash flow statement. Clear? So in fourth year, whether this 20 is an actual cash flow, answer is no. So that is why you will add back this 20. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತದೇನಪ್ಪ? Everybody is understanding. In other words, if this 20 would have never gone to P&L, what would have been the answer? 120. Correct or no? If this 20 would have never gone to the P&L as a preliminary expenses in writing off, then what would be your actually profit? 120. Correct or no? Same, sir. We are trying to arrive at that only, sir. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಿದಿಲ್ಲಪ್ಪ ಎವ್ರಿಬಡಿ? ಸಮ್ ಅಪ್ಪ. ಹಾಂ, ವಿಚ್ ಒನ್? Preliminary expenses, sir. Sir, see here. Sir, suppose as I told you, my preliminary expenses is say 100. Correct? I have to write it for 5 years. So 100 divided by 5 is equal to 20. Correct? So let us take first year. First year, let us take my P&L. Yes, sir, let's assume sales as 100. Yes, let's assume expenses as say 20, sir. Yes, sir, everybody is following with me. Now, what is the profit, sir? 80, sir. Correct, sir? Out of this 80, we have to again reduce preliminary expenses, sir. How much you will reduce? 20. Correct? Everybody? So what is the ultimate profit? 120. 60, madam. Yes, sir, 60. Profit ultimately 60. Now, sir, let's prepare cash flow statement for this year. Yes, sir. Tell me, sir. What is the net profit, sir? Do I have to make any changes? Let's assume this is also in cash. This is also in cash for understanding the concept. Yes, sir. 60. Correct, appa? Preliminary expense ಎಷ್ಟು ತಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀವಪ್ಪ ನಾವು? 20. Okay. But tell me whether only 20 rupees has gone as cash outflow. How much is actual cash outflow? Entire has been done in the first year only, no? But how much you have actually reduced? But how much is the actual cash outflow? 100. Correct? So 20 is already accounted. Remaining 80 also has to be accounted. Yes or no, sir? Cash outflow is in this year only, no? Entire 100. But we are writing it to P&L accrual basis. But actual cash outflow is when? In the year 1 only. So, in other words, what you can do? Add back preliminary expenses of 20, reduce total preliminary expenses 100. In other words, you could have done like this also. Instead of this 2, you could have straight away done minus preliminary expenses not written off. Not written off. Not written off andre ಏನಪ್ಪ? Not written off to P&L. ಅವಾಗ ಏನಪ್ಪ? Preliminary expenses not written off to P&L is how much, sir? Out of 100, 20 we have written off. Remaining is the net effect is also 80, no? 20, 100. Yes. This is the first year cash flow, sir. Second year cash flow, sir. Second year cash flow. Let's assume same P&L, sir. No change. Let's take this P&L as a classic example. Okay. Yes, sir. Tell me. Net profit. We'll start from net profit. Same net profit, sir. How much? 60. Correct. But now tell me, preliminary expense of 20 has been debited to P&L. But is there real cash outflow? Answer is no. Then why you are showing it? Add it back. Correct, sir? ಇಲ್ಲೂ ಅದನ್ನೇ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೇವೆ, sir. See, here also we try to add back. but we reduced 100 because there was actual cash outflow. Here again I will not reduce 100 because there is no actual cash outflow, because cash outflow has already taken place in the first year. God, I have paused it. Yes, everybody is understanding? Any doubts in this? Clear? Sir? Sir, add or less any other non-operating items, then. Next, sir. This is also important. I'll tell you, explain you this. Sir, now suppose let's again take the P&L. Simple. Sir, sales, let's assume it as 100. Sales, let's assume it as 100. Expenses, let's assume it as 50. Okay? Yes. Then there is something called as gain on sale of fixed asset. What, sir? Gain on sale of fixed assets, 10. Okay? Let's assume it. What is the profit, sir? Total 110. Illi 50. 110 minus 60, 50 is correct? Yes. Everyone is following? Now, sir, my question to you, when you are preparing cash flow statement, first you do is operating cash flow, correct? Yes, sir. What is the net profit, sir? 60. Correct? Everybody? Now there are three activities: operating, investing, financing. Correct? Now let's assume we had purchased this fixed assets for 100. We have sold it for 110. That is where you are getting profit of 10. Correct or no? Nothing but gain. Correct? Now my question is, when you purchase a fixed assets or when you sell a fixed assets, where should this come under three activities? Investing? Yes. When I would have purchased, I would have reduced 100. Now when I am selling, how much I should reduce? Whatever cash flow I am receiving it from that. Correct? So what is the cash flow I am receiving? Cash flow from sale of asset. How much, sir? Correct? Now tell me, sir, listen to me very carefully. How much we have written? 110. 110 includes profit element. We are, when we are taking cash flow from investing activity, we are not bifurcating between cost, sale and profit. Correct? We will straight away take simple. What is the cash inflow? My total cash inflow is 110. As simple as that. Correct? Yes. When your simple cash flow is 110 and also includes the profit of 10, then why again we have to take it in the 60? Sir, this 60 has been arrived after including gain on sale of fixed assets. Correct or no? Yes, everybody. If this was not there, what would have been your profit actually? If this 10 was not there, what would be for profit? 50. Correct? Now, this 10 is already included here. If you include it here, again it will be duplication. Correct or no? Should we duplicate it? Answer is no, we should not. So what we do? Reduce sale, sorry, reduce yes sir, reduce profit on sale of fixed assets. How much, sir? Something is open here, sir. I am trying to close it. I am unable to close it. Yes, sir. Visible now? So profit on sale of fixed assets is 10. This we are reducing. The logic is simple because we have already included in this 10. Correct? Everybody? Now let's take example of loss, sir. Loss idre ಏನಾಗ್ತಿತ್ತು sir? ಅಷ್ಟೇ sir. Why? Because loss would have come here. Then my profit would have come to 50. Correct? But here I would have taken 90. Already loss showed here. Correct or no? Again, why we have to show loss here? So we would have added back 10. Understood the logic? Adjustment changes in the current assets, sir. I have already told you changes in the current assets, increase in debtors, happy, sad, increase in debtors, increase in debtors, losses, sir, increase in debtors, cash is not with us, correct or no? Cash is more with my customers. Opposite person is enjoying, not me. So increase in debtors, it is not a position where I should be happy about, correct? So that will be correct. Increase in bills receivable, not happy, sir. Decrease in bills receivable, decrease in debtors, increase in stock, not happy, sir. I am unable to sell those stock fast. That means my stock is piling up. Last year my opening stock was 100. Now closing stock is 300. This indicates what? Bad stock management, bad inventory management. That means your money is getting stuck in the stock. When you don't need that much stock, why are you holding that much stock? Understanding? So that's why when there is increase in stock, less. When there is decrease in stock, plus. In other words, sir, when there is increase in stock, you would have paid more money to get that stock. So that money would have been already out of the business. Correct? When money is going out of my pockets, it is state of sadness, not happiness. Correct? Yes or no? Sir, same sir. Bills payable, increase. Happy, sad. Bills payable is getting increased. ಹ್ಯಾಪಿ ವೈ ಸರ್ ಇವತ್ತು ಪೇ ಮಾಡಿದರೆ ಅವ್ನು ಖುಷಿ ಆಗ್ತಾನೆ, ನಾನು ಪೇ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ನನ್ನ ಹತ್ರ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ನಾನು ಖುಷಿ ಇರ್ತೀನಿ. ಡೋಂಟ್ ಥಿಂಕ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ಮಾರಲಿ ಸರ್. ಮಾರಲಿ ವಿ ಶುಡ್ ಪೇ ಸರ್, ದಟ್ ಯು ಕೀಪ್ ಇಟ್ ಅಸೈಡ್ ಸರ್. ಐ ಆಮ್ ಟಾಕಿಂಗ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ಫೈನಾನ್ಸ್. ಎಸ್, ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಮಾರಲ್ ಸೈನ್ಸ್, ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್? ಸೊ ವೆನ್ ದೆರ್ ಇಸ್ ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸ್, ಸರ್ ವಿ ಟೆಲ್ ಆಸ್ ಅ ಸಿ ಎ, ವೆನ್ ವಿ ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟೀಸ್ ವಿ ಟೆಲ್ ಅವರ್ ಕ್ಲೈಂಟ್ಸ್ ವೆರಿ ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ಲಿ. The statement is simple, sir. Delay the payments, fasten the receivables. ಹಿಂಗೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಸಿ ಎನು ಎಲ್ಲ ಕ್ಲೈಂಟಿಗೆ. So if you two men are businessmen, you both are my clients, I would have told the same thing to both of you. Now it depends upon in both of you how good a negotiator one person is. He will be winning. Correct or no? So the question is simple, the statement is simple. Delay the payables, accelerate the receivables. Understanding? Why delay the payables? Because more the delay, more the money is invested in my business. Correct? Why accelerate the receivables? Because the more money I get, the more I can again invest back in my business. Correct? Same logic, sir. Whenever there is increase in the bills payable, am I delaying my payables? By delaying the payables, who is having the cash? Me. So I should be the one who should be enjoying. So it will be decrease in the bills payable. Why? Somebody has lost the negotiation. Now I have to pay the money. I have already paid the money. Correct? Everybody? Yes? Same thing, sir, creditors. Correct or no? So this adjustment changes in current assets and current liabilities is nothing but working capital changes. What changes? working capital changes, but it will not include cash and cash equivalents and bank overdraft. Why? Why it will not include cash and cash equivalents and bank overdraft? I already told you, at the end we will add all the cash and cash equivalents, correct or no? We'll take the opening balance of cash and cash equivalents, we will add the current year net inflow or outflow, we'll get the closing balance. That is why when I say current assets, it doesn't include cash and cash equivalents, and when I say current liabilities, it will not include bank overdraft. The logic is simple, we will add all bank, cash and bank OD will come down at the end, because there it is not about trading, operating, financing. Elladukku ade bank, ade cash and cash equivalents use ಮಾಡ್ತಿರ್ತಾರೆ. So it will come at the end. So current assets excludes cash and cash equivalents, current liability excludes bank overdraft. Understanding everybody? So after making all the adjustment, you will get cash generated from operations. We will reduce the income tax paid. Then for any extraordinary items also, you will make the adjustment. Then you will get net cash from operating activities. Yes, sir. Sir, I have already explained this. Adjustment of depreciation and other non-cash items. Adjustment for gain and losses I have written. Changes in current assets and liabilities I have explained. Cash flow from investing activities we have already seen. Yes. So this is your format, sir. This format is under direct method, sir. What method? Direct method, sir. Under direct method, as I told you, it is very simple, simple and clear. Correct? Cash sales, cash purchase, cash expenses. So cash receipt from the customers, cash paid to suppliers and employees, cash generated from operations. Sir, this minus this will give you cash generated from operations. Correct or no? Yes or no, sir? You can put a line there. Correct? Haudillappa? Cash received from customers minus cash paid to suppliers and employees will give us cash generated from operations. Correct, sir? From that you will reduce income tax paid, sir. You will add or reduce any extraordinary item. Then proceeds from earthquake is an example of this, sir, extraordinary item. Proceeds from earthquake is an example of extraordinary items. Sir, what is this proceed from earthquake disaster settlement? Sir, insurance, sir. See here, example, my P&L, 100 is sales, expense is 20. Yes, I have received insurance on my, I have received the proceeds from my insurance for earthquake disaster. Suppose I have received 20. What is the profit? 120 minus 20 is correct? Yes or no? I have taken insurance. Suppose let's say my manufacturing unit is in the border area of Pakistan. When the drones will come, when they blast, I don't know. Correct? Yes or no? So I have taken the insurance because I know the risk. The risk is simple, sir. Whenever they want, they will come and blast. Correct? Yes. So what happens? So when they blast, I will incur the losses. So to cover the losses, I have taken the insurance. Now, yesterday night, few drones have come. They have hit my building. It didn't blast, but they came and hit my building, and my building is damaged. Now I am getting insurance proceeds of 20. Correct? Now, my question to you: since last 10 years, how many of these attacks have happened? Rarely. 2 to 3 instances. Correct? Is it a normal, ordinary activity for you? Answer is no. It is an extraordinary activity. Correct? So if I show profit of current year as 100 and next year suddenly I show profit of say 80. Correct? Stock prices will fall down. Why? Profit has been reduced. But in reality, whether profit has been actually reduced, you have to ask whether this 80 includes any proceeds from the insurance. Answer is no. Now tell me whether profit is actually reduced. Answer is no, sir. Why? If you remove this 20 from last year, what was your profit? What is the profit? No change. Constant. So is this a call for reduction in the share price? No. But people are going bonkers and reducing it. Correct? So that is why what Companies Act says, sir, do one thing. You present this 20 as an extraordinary item. Even in your P&L, and even in your cash flow statement. So what I do is I start net profit. How much? 100. Any proceeds I have received, I will reduce it. Then where will I show it, sir? I show it separately as extraordinary item 20, 20. So that when you compare, the trend should be same. There should not be any anomaly. Clear? Yes? Yes, sir. Cash flow from investing activity, purchase of fixed assets, proceeds from sale of equipment, interest received, dividend received will give you net cash from investing activity. So remember, these two activities are straight away simple, sir. Straight away they will give you, you will have to answer. But this is the only part where you have to struggle to find out the things. Clear, everyone? Yes, sir. Under indirect method, we will start from correct, everybody? Yes. So then depreciation will be change, gain or loss on fixed assets, interest, dividend, operating profit. Then adjustment for trade and other receivables. This is nothing but increase or decrease in debtors. This is increase or decrease in inventories. Increase or decrease in trade payables. In other words, this is increase or decrease in working capital. Correct or no? Increase in current assets, increase in current liability, decrease in current assets, decrease in current liability is nothing but working capital changes. Correct or no? Yes, everybody is following? Yes, so that will give you net cash from operating activities. Cash before extraordinary items. If any extraordinary item is there, it has to be presented separately. Then cash flow from investing activity, cash flow from financing activity. Now, after that, you have to add all the three: cash flow from this, cash flow from this, and cash flow from operating activity. All the three will add, then you will get net increase or decrease in cash and cash equivalents. A plus B plus C will give you net increase or decrease. To that, you will add it at opening balance of cash and cash equivalents. If you add net increase or decrease to opening balance of cash balance, it will match to closing balance. Why it will match? Sir, simple. It will match because you have taken whatever was opening balance. Now, current year inflow, outflow you have calculated. If you add it to opening balance, it should be as good as whatever hand you are left with the cash, it should be equal to that. Correct or no? Sir, in other words, I gave you 100 rupees before the trip. Huh? 10 rupees you took chips, 10 rupees biscuit. Huh? 5 rupees some something, says chocolates. And 5 rupees you are not paid. Who has paid? Somebody else has paid. Correct? Huh? Now, you come and tell me, sir, you have given me 100. This is 80 rupees back. 5 rupees I paid. I have to pay to some A. Correct? Now, you take 5 rupees from me and pay him. Correct? Now, what was your opening transaction? 100. Now, what is your actually closing cash balance? 80. Actual reality. Correct? Huh? But it should be correct or no? 5 rupees we have to pay. Correct? Yes. Now, let's take how can we arrive at this 75? Simple. Take the opening balance minus 10 minus 10 minus 5. Did we arrive at this? This is what we are trying to do with cash flow statement, sir. We took opening balance, we reduced all the transactions. When we add that to opening balance, I will get the closing balance. Understanding, everybody? Yes. Can we see one sum, please? Just to be clear. One sum quickly. Yes, sir. This activities I have already explained, sir. Increase in current assets will be minus, decrease in current assets will be plus. Increase in current liability, decrease in. We have discussed all this. Again, I have told you, don't buy heart. Don't buy heart. Please. Clear, everyone? Don't buy heart. Sir, let's see illustration number 1 quickly. From the following balances, calculate the cash from operations. They are asking only from operations. Yes, sir. Shall we do it, sir? Tell me. Bills receivable. Opening balance 5,000. Closing balance Gone up, come down. How much? Plus or minus? Plus or minus? How many of you say plus? How many of you say minus? ಮತ್ತೆ ಈಗ ತಾನೇ ಮೈನಸ್ ಮೈನಸ್ ಬರ್ತಿತ್ತು ಯಾರ್ದಾದ್ರು ಬಾಯಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾರಲ್ವಾ? It is plus, sir. Why? Bills receivable has come down. That means we are having more cash with us. Sir, debtors gone up, have come down. Correct, appa? Bills payable. Correct, huh? Creditors, sir. Minus, outstanding expenses. Plus or minus, plus or minus, plus or minus. How many of you say minus? How many of you are saying plus? Sir, outstanding expenses. It is going up. That means we are yet to pay. So who is having more cash? Plus or minus? Prepaid expenses, sir, have come down, gone up. How much? Plus minus? Prepaid expenses. Understand? Prepaid expenses has gone up or come down. What is prepaid expenses? You tell me first. We have already paid. Correct? See, when my prepaid expense has come down from 80 to 70, what would have happened in my P&L? I would have written off this 10 in my P&L. How they lopa? Prepaid expense means what? Say for example, I have taken insurance for 3 years. Say 30 rupees. Every year 10, 10, 10. Correct? So every year from my profits, I would have reduced 10, 10, 10. Correct? Now suppose I am doing cash flow of second year. What is my prepaid expenses total? 30, but I have written off 10 already. So what is the opening balance of prepaid expenses? 20. What is the closing balance? 10. Increase or decrease? Correct? So this means what? 10 has been written off in the current year P&L. Correct? So if my profit is 100 and I write off this 10, what is the actual? Correct? Everybody is following me? But tell me whether prepaid expense is an actual cash outflow. When did the cash actually outflow? Minus or plus? How many of you say plus? Raise, sir, with confidence you raise. Even if you do mistakes, don't worry. You raise, sir. You told plus, I have heard. Tell me. Plus how many? Minus how many? Think again, sir. Plus or minus? I have explained everything. Sir, preliminary expenses you did plus or minus? Why you did plus? Why you did minus? Sir, again I will explain you. See here very carefully. Sir, I have incurred 30 rupees in first year. Correct? But I will write it of incurred Allah. Actually, I spent cash outflow was 30 in the first year. Correct? But this 30 is used for 3 years. Correct? First year 10, second year 10, third year 10. Now, when I prepare the P&L of first year, how much I would have written off? 10. What is the prepaid expense in my balance sheet? 20. Correct or no? ಹೌದಿಲ್ಲಪ್ಪ 30 ಅಲ್ಲಿ 10 ರೈಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೇನೆ 20 ಉಳಿತು. Second year while preparing, how much will be my opening balance? 20. What will be my closing balance? 10. Sorry. Correct? Why? Another 10 has been written off. Now my question to you, first year while preparing cash flow statement, net profit will be how much? Say 90. Correct? Here 90 to 90. Now I told you in preliminary expenses, and I am very clear, when is the actual cash outflow? That time only you have to reduce the entire expenses. Correct? When is the actual cash outflow? Add back 10, reduce. Correct or no? ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಲಿಲ್ಲ? ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಲ್ವಾ? ಸರ್ 30 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ನಾನು ಯಾವಾಗ ಕ್ಯಾಶ್ ಔಟ್ಫ್ಲೋ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತಲ್ಲ ಅವತ್ತೇ ನಾನು ಮೈನಸ್ ಮಾಡಿಬಿಟ್ಟಿರ್ತೀನಿ. ಮತ್ತೆ ಯಾಕೆ ಈಗ ನೀವು ಮೈನಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೀರಾ? ಪ್ರಾಫಿಟ್, ನೆಟ್ ಪ್ರಾಫಿಟಲ್ಲಿ ಅದು ಮೈನಸ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ನೌ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಆ್ಯಡ್ ಇಟ್ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಪ್ಪ ಲಾಜಿಕ್? ಆ್ಯಡ್. ಎಸ್ ಸರ್. ಅಕ್ರೂಡ್ ಇನ್ಕಮ್ ಸರ್. ಅರ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಇಟ್ ವಾಸ್ 60, ನೌ ಇಟ್ ವಾಸ್ 75. ಸರ್ ಅಕ್ರೂಡ್ ಇನ್ಕಮ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಸರ್ ಇನ್ಕಮ್ ರಿಸೀವೇಬಲ್ ಸರ್. ಇನ್ಕಮ್ ರಿಸೀವೇಬಲ್, ರೆಂಟ್ ರಿಸೀವೇಬಲ್ ಥರ ಸರ್. ವೈ ಮೈನಸ್? ಸರ್ ನಾಟ್ ಎಟ್ ವಿತ್ ಅಸ್. ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾ? ಇನ್ಕಮ್ ರಿಸೀವ್ಡ್ ಇನ್ ಅಡ್ವಾನ್ಸ್. ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಯೋಚನೆ ಮಾಡಿ. ಇನ್ಕಮ್ ರಿಸೀವ್ಡ್ ಇನ್ ಅಡ್ವಾನ್ಸ್. ಅರ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಇಟ್ ವಾಸ್ 80, ನೌ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ 25. Gone up, come down. How much? 55? ಹಾಂ, ಎಸ್ ಸರ್. ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು ಸರ್ ಇದನ್ನ? ಮೈನಸ್ ಪ್ಲಸ್? ಮೈನಸ್ ಆರ್ ಪ್ಲಸ್? ಶ್ಯೂರ್? ವೈ? ಸರ್, the more and more advance I get, I am more happy. Cash is with me. ಹೌದಾ ಇಲ್ವಪ್ಪ? If I receive more and more advance, I should be the one who should be the happy because I am getting more and more cash in my business. Correct? When I am not getting anything, it will be minus. That means if this 80 has become to 25, that means that much sales I have raised. It is no more an advance for me. Correct? Huh? Everybody is understanding? Okay. Profit, let's start from 7,000, sir. Yes, sir. Decrease in bills receivable, sir. Add or minus, we have discussed, it will be add. Increase in bills payable, add. Increase in outstanding expenses, add. Correct or no, sir? We have done this. Add, 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 add. Increase in prepaid expenses, add. We'll arrive it at total. Then increase in debtors, sir. Minus. Correct? See here, less. Okay? Then what's the next? Decrease in creditors, minus. Yes or no? Next. Increase in accrued income, minus. Decrease in income received in advance, minus. We'll arrive it at cash flow from operating activities. Simple, sir. Understanding? Everybody is clear? So what is the logic of preparing cash flow statement? Who is having the cash? If I am having the cash, I should be happy and I am enjoying on that cash. How? By reinvesting into my business. Clear? If it is not with me, if it is with the third party, that means he is enjoying my money with him. Correct or no? Everybody? Yes? Okay.